Hey, Shalom. First, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone. Peace and blessings to the whole elect, the house of David. Let's get into this. This is gonna be victory by obedience, or victory through obedience. You know, because that's how you're going to gain the victory. You know, that's how you're going to gain the victory, by being obedient. Why you think, during Jacob's trouble, you're going to make it out of it by doing the opposite of what he says? You think that you go through Jacob's trouble, right? And you decide to follow your own will, right? You say, all right. So what I'm gonna do is, when Jacob's trouble starts, you in Jacob's trouble. All right, what you about to do is you can go knock off this whole family, right? This family that was causing no trouble. This family that was causing no trouble. That's trying to do the best they can this time. You going there, knock them off for their food because you felt a little bit hungry. You just saying, I'm trying to survive until Yahweh shall come. I'm trying to survive until the Lord come. Does that sound right? Nah, that's something one of the captains of a GMS here in Mississippi told me. He said this. He said we have to strive. We have to strive lawfully. You know, we have to strive for mastery or victory lawfully. You know, roughly paraphrasing, we got to strive for it lawfully. You know, and that was just complete murder. Alright. You steal someone's bag, you see somebody, you just run up and snatch their bag off. You don't know who this person is. You don't know what they've done. You don't know if they was doing good works. You don't know if there was a helper. You know. You don't know if there was a helper. Now you just run up to them and snatch their bag and haul off. No. You know. We have to depend on the Lord. We have to depend on the Lord. You have to believe on His words. You know? You have to believe on His words. You have to be obedient to His word. You know? You got to be careful. You're going to have to be careful with how you move. Why? Because you're only going to gain the victory by being obedient. You go say, okay, hold on, I'm gonna go. I know that's the I know what the MOTB is, but I'm gonna take it until the Lord come. Like when it get real bad, like it's almost over, I'm gonna take it out. And say if you can't take it out, the judgment for that is still the lake of fire. He said if you receive it. Now if you receive and take it out, if you receive it, it doesn't matter if you take it out. If you receive it, you're going to get that judgment. You're going to get that judgment. You see a woman, and you say, oh, I'm going to make her my wife. Oh, Isaiah 4:1 is here now. You know, her husband right beside her. Her husband not too far from her. And you just straight up take her, you know, just on some dumbass evil caveman shit. You know what? You committed adultery. You about to die. Hell, the Most High might get him strength enough just to knock you off. You know? Or if you're a woman be like, okay, I need to find I need to find a man on the Lord. I don't care if my husband's still alive. You know, and you go off and go get one. You in the truth now. You already know the truth, right? And you have a husband. But you say your husband right there, and you see a man in the Lord, and you run off to him. Nah, you ain't gonna make it. The Most High might have the earth swallow you up. The Most High might have the earth swallow you up. What you gotta do is wait on the Lord. Believe He will deliver you. You know, you've been faithful. You've been doing what you all supposed to do. You know, you've been doing what you're supposed to do. You've been obedient to His word. That's gonna help you get the victory. Your husband can be in the truth or not. That's how you're gonna get the victory. The Lord gonna deliver you. The Lord gonna have you move to one place to the next. He might have a brother or protect you. You know, you might not become his wife, but he might protect you into the chariots. He might look over after you. You know, look after you until the chariots come. You know, because we don't know the situation of your husband or not. You know, your husband not in the truth, or he in a different, or you know, he believes something different. Well, still not in the truth, 100% truth. You know, the Lord might have a brother just, or you know, have mercy on, or you know, have some compassion towards you. You know, He just cover you. You know, He just protect you. Like, nah, that's sis. I don't know about her situation. She just with us. You know. The Lord, you see, you have to believe on the Lord. You have to believe on His word. And believing on His word is obedience. Because you believe it, well, you gonna do it. You gonna do it. You gonna believe it. You gonna believe what He says gonna happen. You gonna obey it. You know. You know. Listen, I'm gonna get this. This is 1 Samuel, chapter 15, verse 22. Listen. And Samuel said, "Have the Lord has great delight in burnt offering and sacrifice, as in obeying the voice of the Lord. Behold, to obey is better than sacrifice, and to hearken than the fat of rams." You know, you obeying is better than anything else. You know, you obeying, be like, okay, I think the Lord would be happy with me doing this, so I'm gonna do this, and it goes against His will. Nah, it'd be better to obey. They'd be like, all right, the Lord said, if this happened, I need to do this. You know, there's scriptures, wisdoms, and Solomon's, you know, Proverbs, Psalms, you know, just a lot of wisdom in this book that you can use when the time to come in your decision making. You know, be I. Let me fall back. I'm gonna depend on the Lord. I ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna wait till the Lord hands it to me. You know, you gotta remember. Think about David. David had every chance to knock off Saul, but he didn't. There were so many opportunities David had to knock Saul off, but guess what? He didn't. Hell, he even let Saul know that he was there. What happened? I could have got you, but I didn't. You know. He said, "Lord, deliver you in my hand." And I had mercy on you. You know. David had faith that the Lord would deliver the kingdom to him. You know, without him having to lay a finger on Saul. And what happened? That's what exactly happened. David didn't have to lay a finger on old Saul. David didn't have to fight against Saul's house. The Most High took Saul down and gave the kingdom to David. Why? Because David what? Waited on His word, waited on the will of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You know, he waited on the will of Yahweh Bashim Shai. You know? So obeying is gonna lead you to victory. Obeying is what leads you to victory. Listen to this. This is Revelation chapter 2, verse 26. Listen. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, keepeth his what? His works, being obedient to the end. He that overcome and keepeth my works, being obedient to the end, to him will I give power over the nations, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron, as the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I received of my Father, and I will give him the morning star. You know? So what? Obedience leads to victory. Obedience leads to victory. You know? So, during the times of Jacob's trouble, or during some other times, even before then, you got to think upon Yahweh Bashim Shai. You might think this is gonna help you win, but you got, always, think upon him. Be like, okay, hold on. This is a good idea, but let me see. Let me make sure. Let me pray on it. Let me think about it a little bit more. Let me get some counsel on it. Let me pray to the Lord. Let me search it out. So yeah. Obedience is what's going to lead you to victory. So with that, I hope you was edified. Again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai. To be honest to the apostles and elders, a great millstone. Peace and blessings to the hopeful of the house of David. Until next time, Yahweh willing. Shalom.